My name is Meredith. I am 28 years old. I live in Boston, and I was injured about 3.5 years ago. One thing that I've discovered after my accident that I'm really passionate about is swimming. And so it's become not only therapeutic for me, but it's also become my new sport, my new, why I want to get up in the morning. And so I have worked it in that it's something I do before I go to work. It's something I do on the weekends, and I've made a huge community as a result of swimming. Before I got hurt, I was working as a clinical specialist for a medical device company, doing technical field support in the operating room. I was dancing ballet about 6 to 9 hours a week. I would ski 2 to 3 days a week, ideally. I had just finished my master's degree up in Vermont, and I actually ran a half marathon 5 days before I got hurt. So May 29th, 2015, it was the day before my 25th birthday. I got roped into moving an 850-pound piano out of the back of a pickup truck. As it came out, it was obviously too heavy for us. And my first thought was, I don't want a concussion. So I turned away from the piano, crouched into a ball, and it slammed into my back, shattered my L1 to absolute pieces, fractured my sternum, and paralyzed me from the waist down. And when I woke up in the ICU, I realized how lucky I had been and how many people had been praying for me. And that really just rallied me to want to tackle every single day. It started out as it does for all of us. Let's try transferring to a wheelchair, which the first time I was bawling and terrified and was about that way for 2 weeks. And then I finally figured it out. And over the course of the last 3.5 years, I have learned how to crawl again, learned how to roll over. I stand, I walk. Usually I walk with forearm crutches and lower leg braces, but I can walk with nothing as long as someone is nearby to spot me. I got involved with swimming because at the rehab hospital I was at, Spalding in Charlestown, I was so afraid to try to walk on land. It just seemed like it was so far down if I fell. So we were like, just get me in the pool, let's see what we can do. And it's where I took my first unassisted steps. And when I got discharged, it was really one of the few things I could do on my own to work out. And so it started out as swimming one length of the pool, and then I kind of worked up from there. I think one of the earliest challenges that I faced was figuring out what to do when I pee my pants in public. It took about 2.5 years to not just start bawling when it happened, to realize that dresses are your best friends. Kind of being a woman is helpful because we have so many products available to us that you can easily keep in your purse. So I found special underwear that is designed for, I think it's actually people who have had babies that leak a little bit, but it's fantastic for working out as a paraplegic. But realizing that if it happens, you just kind of laugh it off and you just deal with it and no one really notices or cares. Besides that, the challenge that I, faced from the beginning is what is the best way to optimize my quality of life? And in what situations do I need to be in my wheelchair? Do I need to be on crutches? Should I wear leg braces? Should I not wear leg braces? Flying with lower leg braces on and using forearm crutches and being dependent upon the wheelchair assist in an airport is awful. And that took 2 years to figure out that I needed to use my wheelchair to fly. I thought that because I could walk, I had to walk everywhere. That if I wasn't walking, I was giving up somehow. And that's just simply not the case. What I'm most excited about in the coming future and trying to chase a personal goal of trying to make the emerging team for U.S. Paralympic swimming as my own personal fitness goal, I guess. But in terms of life and professionally, I'm really excited to see where epidural stimulation is going for patients with spinal cord injuries. It allows them to get so many health benefits. It's the pressure relief. It's the ability to transfer. That's more important than the physical act of walking. That's not what makes me super happy every day of being able to be I know I've succeeded in my recovery because I can walk. No, I know that I've succeeded in my recovery because I'm able to drive. I'm able to do my own bowel and bladder care, laundry. I can cook for myself. I have a full-time job, and that's something I'm really, really proud of because you don't apply to this job or do this job if you have a disability. It's suicidal. My company hired me and kept me because of my brain and my heart. I always just think of if I want to do it, I'll figure out a way to do it. I figure out how to get on the beach. Piggybacks from brothers and friends work really well. I figured out how to play mini golf on a walker and on crutches because I like to play mini golf. You just got to figure out what makes you you and what makes you want to wake up and fight every day, because this is a lifelong fight. I didn't know that I love public speaking. I didn't know that I had a passion for advocating for why people with disabilities are an important asset and the healing power that exists within adaptive sports. I hate when people call me disabled. I am an adaptively abled individual, and I am an adaptive athlete. I have no doubt in my mind of any of those. All of that kind of culminated in my giving a TEDx talk in March of 2018 to just show the world that having a disability doesn't stop us from doing what we are so excited about and kind of what we're meant to do. So as a result of my accident, my brother and his wife created wristbands. On the outside, it says, "We've got Mare's back." And then on the inside, it says, "End piano violence." And when I first saw it, I was in so much pain that I couldn't actually laugh. And so I just had my head in my hands and tears were rolling down my face. And my brother and sister-in-law were like, "Did we go too far? What's going on?" I was like, no, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I'm all about spreading the humor and, trying to make good come out of a bad situation, but also just realize that we're not in this alone. I have met some of my best friends because of this. I have a friend who taught me how to transfer from my wheelchair into a bar top stool because, that's an important skill to be able to acquire. But she's also the person that I text being like, "Oh my gosh, did you know that Pull-Ups came out with a new design for their girls' goodnight pull-ups? When you're under a certain weight, you don't fit into adult size Depends. Go into the children's aisle and you get the really cool designs." And I can have that conversation with her, and you just stop caring about the little things that everyone else freaks out over. In that way, it's an absolute blessing to be a part of this community. And it doesn't matter if we walk or roll. It doesn't matter, what shoes we're wearing or how tight our dresses are. Because let's be real, none of us are wearing tight dresses or heels at this point. And you just get to be around other badass individuals who are like, "Yeah, I'm paralyzed, whatever, let's go water ski."